It is a humbling experience, but I'd be lying if I didn't say it's also affirming for me and exciting. The recognition at home base is something that one doesn't often get. As we say in isiXhosa, indonga enhle ikhiwe ezizweni. We always admire things from afar, and yet there is so much wealth, so much beauty, so much comment right at our own doorstep. Eleanor, Sisulu, and Puku, they have to be commended on doing something like this. And I hope it's not the last, because there are a lot of artists, there are a lot of writers, storytellers, musicians who deserve to be honored in such a manner. Even if it's only that it raises, the visibility of the artist to be acknowledged at home base, so that, I think it is sad, very sad, that I encounter, often talk to university students who haven't heard, not just of Sindiwe Magona, that's understandable, who haven't heard of Nadine Gordimer or Andre Brink, or Onkai, or Jolobe, or all of the other great writers. It's a shame. It should be part of the building of the nation building. It should be part of the, not even formal education. It should be part of just growing up South African, that you know who your writers are, dead and living, long dead and recently dead. No young person who is South African should go through and not even know the Nobel laureates in writing of this country. Something is wrong with our education. And of course, education is not only formal, there is informal education. But if the parents don't read, the kids will never know about the Nadine Gordimers of this world. And if the teachers don't read, then this child, this young person, grows up with a huge deficit. And this is something that we need to think about as a nation. South Africa needs to start thinking of itself as an entity, a nation in Southern Africa, so that we begin to think about the literature we are churning out. Is it South African, or is it still borrowed from elsewhere? Are there books that any South African child can relate to, irrespective of, home background, whether they are Afrikaner, English speaking, Zulu speaking, Xhosa speaking? Is there, or are there books that speak to all the children of this country? That is part of nation building, that a child can relate to a character, irrespective of color or language, of the home.